Hey, what is up YouTube? This is Merman Master coming at you guys from the Team Time Riders Yugioh channel, and I'm very excited today to bring you guys my Zaloog character deck. This is going to be a nearly pure Dark Scorpion character deck. That's right, so the only monsters anywhere in this deck with no extra deck are Dark Scorpion monsters. That's right. So we are keeping it just on these guys. Big shout outs to JK for the suggestion. I was not expecting the Zaloog deck to be the first one that people might go for, but nevertheless, here we are. So I'm super excited to show you guys this profile. I wanted to build this to maximize sort of the amount of winning that you do with your Dark Scorpions, and this also includes specific ways that you can activate the fabled and legendary trap card they have, known as Dark Scorpion Combination. Very, very possible in this deck, and I'm looking forward to show you guys how. So, starting things off, we've got the leader of the Dark Scorpions himself, the one and only Detective Zaloog. 3 copies in this deck. Now, Zaloog was a very, very popular monster back in the day for one particular reason. When he inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, you get the opportunity to randomly discard a card from their hand to their graveyard. Now, with the modern state of this game right now, discarding from the hand to the graveyard is actually really, really good. So you're going to want to focus on that. He also has a special ability to mill the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard, but we don't really do too much with that. We're mostly going to use the Dark Scorpion's first effects. So they all get effects when they inflict battle damage. One thing to note, however, is that Donnie Z himself is not a Dark Scorpion monster, so do take note of that when using him. He can't really activate any of the Dark Scorpion effects. We're going to move him up here. Next card we got is Donnie Z's girl, Mina the Thorn. She might have low attack, but she's got some decent defense power, and she's the searcher of the deck. So when she inflicts battle damage, you can search any Dark Scorpion card, not just monster, from your deck to your hand, and you can search any Dark Scorpion card from your graveyard to your hand. Very, very good card. There's some cool combos that we have with her coming up. Next, we got 2 copies of Cliff the Trap Remover. Don't be fooled by his name. He was actually eroded and made a Dark Scorpion later down on the line. But Cliffy B, he's got his special ability to be able to destroy a spell or trap when he inflicts battle damage. And he also will have the ability to mill the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck as well. So that is something to note. Furthermore, for Dark Scorpions, we got 1 copy of Chick the Yellow. Similar to these other guys, except when he inflicts battle damage, he can return a card on the field to the hand, who's part of that crazy OTK. And then finally, probably the weakest one that we have, and only because he's level 5, is Gorg the Strong, who when he inflicts battle damage, take a monster your opponent controls and place it on the top of their deck. So that's going to do it for the monsters and the Dark Scorpions. As I mentioned, guys, this main deck is designed to utilize the Scorpions and the Scorpions only. It's very easy to run an Isolde in here because we do run some equip cards and lots of other plays like that, but this is around the Dark Scorpions and the Dark Scorpions themselves. First cards we've got is Mustering of the Dark Scorpions. When you control Zaloog, special summon any number of Dark Scorpions, 1 of each copy, from your hand to the field. So some of the cards we have in this deck are designed to try and load your hand with Dark Scorpions so that when you get Mustering off, you're summoning a lot of Dark Scorpions off of this effect. We have lots of things in here to search Donnie Z himself and get some of your plays to your hand to allow you to do that. We're next running 2 copies of Messenger of Peace. Every single one of your Dark Scorpions is below 500 attack power, and certain equip cards that you can run don't even really affect them too much in that respect. But under 500 with Messenger of under 1500 with Messenger of Peace can stop quite a lot of decks. And because of the 100 life point per standby phase upkeep cost, you can actually turn this card off whenever you want. Now, as I was mentioning, guys, Moon Mirror Shield even works under Messenger of Peace. Always makes your monster 100 attack points more than whatever it's battling, which means every single one of your Dark Scorpions, provided that you get an attack off and inflict battle damage, can activate their effects. So can't speak highly enough about this card. It literally changed the game for the Dark Scorpions. Now, the engine that makes it all possible is the Bamboo Sword engine. We've got 3 cursed, 1 broken, 3 golden, and 1 burning Bamboo Sword. Now, why the Bamboo Sword's good? Well, Cursed Bamboo Sword is great because you can bounce a Bamboo Sword card, equip card from your hand, from the field back to your hand, and the monster that it's equipped to can attack your opponent's life points directly. Now, obviously, anyone who knows anything about Dark Scorpion knows that, your Dark Scorpions are not going to be beating over many things. So anytime that they can get a direct attack, go for it. Donnie Z and his crew just going right in there for a direct attack. Very, very good. Especially great for Mina to search even more cards. And I'm currently trying to figure out if there's ways that I can make Mina attack more than once, because none of the Dark Scorpion's effects are once per turn effects. This was before this whole thing happened. So if we can get multiple Dark Scorpions to attack multiple times, and I'm open to suggestions, guys, we can get them to get their effects off, and you can possibly mill someone's entire hand with Donnie Z. Golden Bamboo Sword is a draw engine. And then when Cursed goes to the graveyard, it can search you any Bamboo Sword from your deck. So any one of these cards, you can search it from your deck to your hand. Allows you to further your plays. Golden Bamboo Sword is a draw engine. And then Burning Bamboo Sword, I actually combined together with my own personal tech here, Terminal World. In my previous deck profile as well, I might pick up more copies of this if I can. Basically locks your opponent out of main phase 1 and then out of main phase 2. So this is how you sort of build your Dark Scorpion board up and help to set yourself up to possibly do a combination play, because if most of the board building is done during main phase 1 and main phase 2. So, if your opponent can't really build their board, they're not really doing anything to you. We've got 1 copy of Power of the Guardians, really, really good token protection for all of your guys. And we'll give a monster 500 attack plus 1 battle/card protection counter for every time the monster is in battle. So great to equip to somebody like Don Zaloog, get him up really, really high so that he's like at 3,500, and your opponent can't summon Boral Sword. They can't summon a Borreload Savage or something and run over him. Other equipped cards we got in here, of course, are United We Stand and Mage Power. I don't think I really need to explain these cards. Very, very good cards, but you can take them out for other cards if you want to run more like Power of the Guardians, or you want to even run like a suite of the Noble Knight cards, which some people have suggested, like Noble Knight, Noble Arms Excalibur, and Noble Arms Clarent, because they can all equip to warrior monsters, of which the Dark Scorpions are. Next is Warrior Returning Alive and Reinforcements of the Army. Some people like to run more Warrior Returning Alive, but both these cards are great. This can search everything but Gorg, so good thing to note. Some cards that other people do like to run in this deck are things like Transmodify, because they can get you up there to different Dark Scorpions, as you will. And then the final 3 cards we got in this deck are Pot of Desires, Monster Reborn, and Raigeki to close everything out. You just want to make sure you're getting all your Dark Scorpions when you want them and not when you don't. Now, the trap lineup is kind of interesting, and I've been doing a ton of work and research on it. But first and foremost, we're starting out with this card right here, and that is 2 copies of Mirror Wall. This is one of the most popular cards in Duel Links, and it's definitely a really, really awesome card for anyone who's looking to run a Dark Scorpion deck. But basically what Mirror Wall does is it doubles it halves the defense power of anything that attacks, and it's kind of like a permanent thing. And you can turn it off at any point, with not paying like the 2,000 life point vast upkeep costs that it requires. But what you use Mirror Wall for is just to get a surprise on your opponent. They attack into a face-down Mina the Thorn, or they attack into a face-down Don Zaloog or something like that. They got to have like 3,000 or more attack to run it over. And what this can do is get you a nice damage step search. Really works quite well. Next, we have my personal tech in here. This is Painful Escape. I've not seen any other people trying to run this card, but I think it's great because you basically can destroy a card you control and then search a monster that has the same type attribute and level, but a different name from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So Zaloog and Mina, Cliff, and Chick can both search each other out. And this allows you to build up your hand even more with all of the cards, because you're going to want to run your plays like that. The next card, of course, we have is 3 copies of the Armory Call. This gets you your Bamboo Swords. This gets you your Moon Mirror Shields. This gets you Power the Guardian, and can even do so during the battle phase to help you further protect your cards. Very good. But the main event here, guys, is 1 copy of Dark Scorpion Combination. Now, this was what I was mentioning with the Painful Escape here, guys, because Dark Scorpion Combination is a crazy card. When you have this card, you must control Don Zaloog, Mina the Thorn, Cliff the Trap Remover, Chick the Yellow, and Gorg the Strong on your side of the field in order to activate it. Then, each one of those monsters is allowed to attack your opponent directly, but they can only inflict 400 points of damage. So the amount of setup required for this card and for just inflicting 2,000 points of damage at most is like crazy, because you got to get the trap, you gotta get the scorpions to your hand, and then you have to set the trap and set your stuff up. So that's where the things like the Bamboo Swords and the Terminal World and, you know, all the equip cards come in, because this is kind of your end game here. You know, you want to be able to resolve Dark Scorpion Combination and do a crazy play and bounce a whole bunch of stuff your opponent controls, and the rest of the deck is tailor-made to design to allow you to get this effect off. I think it's a very cool effect, and it's crazy when you pull it off. People will go nuts, but you can do it in this deck thanks to the fact that the rest of it is so adept at slowing down your opponent and forcing them to play at your pace. So guys, that's going to do it for the Don Zaloog Dark Scorpion deck profile. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to give a like, comment, and subscribe to the Team Time Riders YouTube channel. And thanks so much again to JK for the recommendation. Hope you guys look forward to more deck profiles coming soon. See ya.